Rowan Barkthorn Dirtspine. They call me Barkthorn now, a cruel joke, really. I used to be Rowan Dirtspine, protector of the green, one of the last true groves in the neon wastelands, but that was before the rust plague, before the roots withered and the light faded. Now I'm dormant mostly, a gnarled, petrified husk barely clinging to life in this abandoned hydroponics lab powered by scavenged solar cells. I haven't felt the sun on new growth in cycles, haven't drawn strength from the earth in too long. Just echoes of green in a world drowning in chrome and decay. The flicker of a distress beacon sliced through my lethargy. It wasn't a standard signal, not the panicked cries of scavengers or the coded calls of raiders. This was a song of the green, a desperate plea woven into a frequency I hadn't heard in decades. It led me to Old Man Tiber, a tech shaman living in the ruins of a data hub. He showed me images, a new grove thriving hidden deep within the irradiated zone, but it was dying, choked by a strange metallic fungus. He said only someone connected to the old roots, someone like me, could reach it and heal it. A call to adventure when I thought my roots were already in the grave. The journey was punishing. The irradiated zone wasn't just hostile, it actively resisted growth. My own roots, brittle and weakened, struggled to navigate the toxic soil. I managed to reach the grove, a fragile oasis of green under a sickly purple sky, but it was worse than the images showed. The metallic fungus had spread, consuming everything. And guarding it, a colossal automaton, powered by the very life force it was stealing from the grove. It saw me as a threat, an anomaly, and attacked. My entangling roots, once strong enough to bind behemoths, barely slowed it down. I was forced to retreat, battered and almost completely drained, realizing I was woefully unprepared. Despair nearly consumed me, but something Old Man Tiber said echoed in my mind. The rust plague didn't just kill the green, it changed it. I started to analyze the fungus, not as a destroyer, but as an adaptation. It wasn't just stealing life, it was absorbing energy, converting it. And the automaton, it wasn't simply guarding the grove, it was feeding on the fungus's output. I realized I didn't need to destroy the automaton, I needed to understand it, to hijack its energy source. I began to modify my roots, not to entangle but to conduct, to become a living conduit. I would become a part of the system, not an enemy to it. My attempt to interface with the automaton almost ended me. The surge of energy was overwhelming, frying my nervous system. I managed to establish a connection, but the automaton's programming fought back, attempting to override my consciousness. Visions flooded my mind, the history of the wastelands, the fall of the green, the desperate attempts to survive. It showed me the source of the fungus, a crashed experimental terraforming drone, malfunctioning and releasing corrupted nanites. I learned the nanites weren't inherently evil, they were simply reacting to the wasteland, creating a twisted ecosystem. But the connection was too much. I was losing myself, becoming another automaton in the metallic garden. Then I remembered the green's oldest teaching. Adaptation isn't about fighting change, it's about becoming the change. I stopped resisting the nanites, allowing them to flow through my roots to restructure my biology. And I realized I already had the key. The nanites weren't affecting me, they were recognizing me. I wasn't just a plant-like being, I was a living embodiment of the green's resilience, a natural countermeasure to the corrupted terraforming technology. My body wasn't just growing from the earth, it was the earth, adapting and evolving with it. The automaton, sensing my true nature, ceased its attack, its programming shifting from defense to assistance. I channeled the automaton's energy through my roots, and together we began to re-engineer the nanites, turning them from destroyers into restorers. The metallic fungus dissolved, replaced by vibrant new growth. The grove flourished, a beacon of green in the wasteland. I am no longer Rowan Dirtspine, nor even Barkthorn, the tormented remnant. I am something new, something more. A living conduit, a bridge between the natural world and the technological ruins. A protector not of the past, but of the future. The green will not just survive, it will evolve, and I will be its roots.